Tiki tiki time bomb. Yeah, tiki tiki time bomb.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime.
Attack. Attacking the lala.
Hello. Oh my god. Okay, it's been a long time, I guess, since I've updated you on what's going on and everything, basically. Okay, so welcome to the off season. I have been putting off making this video for a few reasons. The main reason being that I am having a hard time with off season, and I think that's with everybody's off season, is it's a little bit more difficult than, you know, prep and peak week and all that fun stuff. It's a lot harder than I anticipated. I'm kind of going to go into what exactly is hard about it and what I'm struggling with personally, and then the pros, because there's both pros and cons to an off season and to prep, obviously. So let's get into it. I'm also not naked. I have my Prozis sports bra on, and this, I actually am working with the company. Like it's kind of like a let's see how she does thing, but yeah, this sports bra is freaking awesome. It, you know, crisscrosses in the back, and you know, because I've gained a little bit of weight, obviously off season makes you gain a little weight. My boobs are a tiny bit bigger, but it honestly, it supports them perfectly, and I don't know, I feel like a big girl bodybuilder with it. If that makes any sense. Like all those ripped girls with like the awesome, like really skimpy bras, but it looks really good because they're fit. Does that make any sense? Some of the cons of off season for me personally, and again, this can differ from person to person, from athlete to athlete, is the weight gain. And I'm gonna be completely transparent. It is hard. It is hard because there's a difference between the weight gain from post-show and then the reverse diet and then hopping back into prep. There's a difference between that, and then there's a difference between off season. Off season is basically you are putting on muscle, and since I am transitioning from figure to wellness, I have to put on a lot of muscle. So in order to do that, we obviously need to put on some weight. And that is by no means meaning like I need to eat an obscene amount of food. It is obviously controlled. I am still on a meal plan. I am still working with my coach. I would never be able to do this without her. It's just difficult seeing the scale go up, but I am pushing it twice as hard in the gym. We are hitting legs so hard because if you guys know anything about wellness, wellness is all legs. All legs and very minimal on the upper half. I already have pretty much a strong upper body. It's just kind of tightening and defining and getting a little bit more volume in certain areas because wellness is not judged for their back. So all the work that I put in for figure for my back, I mean, I guess it works in my favor because I have a good starting off point as far as building muscle for that area. Yeah, my legs have grown significantly since I started my off season, and I will insert clip here of how my quads are looking. I actually crushed a watermelon too. So that definitely proves to me that I'm doing something right. That's one con, at least personally for me. It's just a little difficult to see because I've been 2 shows now. I've been doing prep and then show, reverse, and then jumping right back into prep. So this being my second show and then not going directly into, no, third show, second show. So not jumping right into another prep is a little difficult because now I'm just kind of coasting and we're still putting in work. Do not get me wrong, it is still work, but I feel like this for me is the hardest. It is harder than prep for me. I like prep a lot better than I like off season. And yeah, being a little bit more flexible with my diet, getting cheat meals every so often is great, but it also is hard because I don't know, it's kind of a double-ended sword. Sword? It's like you get to eat a cheat meal, but then you feel like shit afterwards because you've been eating so clean for so long, and it's, you know, it's tough. Another con for me is with the weight gain, it's like the mental game too. So that has been really difficult for me as well. I have the tendency to look back at my stage photos and how I looked on stage, and that's probably something I should not do because honestly, all I see is how lean I was. And you know, obviously that is not sustainable. That is not something that you want to keep. You do not want to stay stage lean. That is not something your body can sustain for a long time because it is unhealthy. This sport is extreme. So yeah, now those are actually, now that I talk about it, those are the only 2 cons to off season. Well, I guess another con is I have an itch to be on stage. I want to compete. There's Legion coming up in October, and it is October 2nd, right? Yes, October 2nd. So Legion is coming up here in a few weeks, like a week. It is peak week for those. Oh my God. So I am just itching to be back on stage. I am going to be working the Legendary Foods booth at Legion this year. So if you're there, you'll see me. And I just wish I was on stage. I wish I was in peak week right now. Getting that adrenaline and that excitement and seeing how my body changes and just all that exciting events that come with peak week and show day. I miss it so much. I feel like I'm not going to compete for so long when realistically 7 to 6 months is gonna fly by. So I am really trying to be in the moment for this off season or bulking season and really take advantage of all my gym time. I am pushing until failure almost every single lift, and my legs are feeling it. I am seeing changes in my legs. I am seeing growth, and it is awesome. I'm so excited to see where I'm at 6 months from now. It's gonna be amazing and I'm pumped. So to speak on the pros, growing, getting that muscle, energy, having an uncontrollable amount of energy in the gym and just in day-to-day stuff, not being winded all the time when you're in prep, and just having just the energy to push and to feel strong and to get strong. Ugh. And then the cheat meals is also a pro for me. It's also a con, so we'll put that in both. But it's a pro-con as far as cheat meals go. My cheat meals have consisted of a taco salad from a Mexican food restaurant. It used to be crumble cookie, and I am so heartbroken not this last cheat meal, but the 2 cheat meals ago, I had my typical crumble cookie for my cheat meal. It made me sick, guys. I was up at 4 a.m. just everywhere. And that day I started my period, so this is totally TMI. I was not only like exercising my insides out into the toilet, but I was also actively starting my period at the same time and exercising out the other end at the same time. Excellent. Needless to say, I have not had a crumble cookie since, and I don't know if I ever will because I am traumatized from that experience. And it was a chocolate chip cookie, and I honestly think I looked at it and I was like, this looks like, I know crumble cookie is undercooked, like they want it to be chewy, but this is really, really undercooked. And I was like, it's fine, I'll eat it anyway. I should not have eaten it. I should not have. But yeah, that made me violently sick. So my cheat meals have been like taco salads, and that's pretty much it. I had a salad from Sprouts, which is called the volcano salad, and it has a heckin' tomatoes on it, and I haven't had a tomato in a long time. So when I ate that salad, the tomato bloated me like crazy. I was uncomfortable, I was upset. So that was out. So it's literally just a taco salad from Miguel's in Reno, or we just tried Francisco's in Gardnerville, which is really good too. Not as good as Miguel's. Miguel's is top notch. If you're ever in Reno, go to Miguel's in Midtown. You will not be disappointed. They are amazing, and I go there after every single show day, and they know me, which is awesome. Another pro to off season for me is being able to establish a really solid game plan, whether that be with myself or with my coach. I feel like it's giving me a lot of time to really, really tweak and really, really like get to know myself in a different division, because this sport is you against you. It always is, it always will be. But learning myself in figure is a lot different from learning myself in wellness, because I am doing different workouts, I have a different mindset, different posing even, which is cool because I actually really do like wellness posing. I think it's neat. It's like a mixture between figure and bikini. It's kind of the same, kind of just like a hybrid. It's really cool. So I am having a hard time and a good time getting to know myself and facing new challenges and overcoming new obstacles for myself, whether that be crying in the gym because a workout is really hard, or crying in the gym because I'm really proud of myself, or just having a really shit week, which this week was not my brightest shining moment. I had a very, very hard week, and I am very happy to have come out of it, and I'm on the up and up and starting to see myself again, which is nice, because I definitely felt like I was losing myself for a few days there, but it's okay. We have come back and we are starting to feel like normal again, and it's good. It's good. I'm happy to be here. And this sport has taught me so much more about myself than I think I would have ever learned if I didn't do this sport. Like I have faced so many demons since I started prep back in, God, when was it? I don't even know when it was. Also, sorry, my skin's super dry because we have like this mixture of cold weather and then hot weather, and it's just fucking with my skin, especially right up here on my nose. Like I think it's just really thin skin, so it's messing with it. I don't know. But yeah, I learned a lot about myself, and I can't thank my coach enough for being there through every step of the way. We will have worked together for a solid year in November. So November will be a solid year with my coach. I should get her something. I'm gonna get her something. For our like year anniversary of working together, I'm definitely going to. So Crystal, if you're watching this, you didn't hear that, but I'm gonna get you something for our client anniversary. So off season has been pretty up and down for me, and that's expected. I've started listening to the Girl Gains podcast on Spotify, and that has helped me a ton kind of get a feel for other people's opinions. And I started like way back when they first started. I actually followed them both on Instagram, but they were also on the road to pro. They're pros now. One of them is wellness, one of them is bikini. And so I was able to kind of really listen to their own personal stories and how they handled off-season and body dysmorphia and all that comes with the sport. And yes, body dysmorphia is a thing. It is very common for bodybuilders to experience it, and I experience it every day, and it happens. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say that you're going to love your body every single second, because even somebody who doesn't do bodybuilding doesn't love their body every second. I certainly don't. I'm trying to be kinder to myself and give myself a lot of forgiveness, because my body has carried me through this life for so long, and we've been through almost a year of bodybuilding together. So I definitely cut my body some slack, because I know that the weight that I'm gaining is going to, one, benefit me, and two, it's going to come off. I know how to get it to come off. I know I can get it to come off, because I went from this to this, and I can do it again. And this part, this off season, everything about it is so necessary in order for me to gain as much muscle as I want. So if I think about it, I need to be putting on not a significant amount of weight, but a decent amount of weight to support this muscle gain, because I'm going into wellness. That is almost twice the size of a figure competitor, depending on the figure competitor, but I want to gain as much muscle as possible. In order to do that, my body needs to have a sufficient amount of like meat on my bones to be able to contribute to this muscle gain. So it is necessary, and I know that it will come off. It's not gonna be here forever, and I think that's what I'm mostly scared of, and I think that just kind of tunes into when I was super overweight and I was in that mindset of, oh, I'll never be able to get rid of this, it's gonna stay with me forever, and I didn't know how. And I think that's it's kind of sticking with me in this off season, because I'm kind of going back to that mindset of, oh my God, I'm getting so fat, like it'll never come off, I'm gonna go back to how I was. No, you're not. You are not. You are a completely different person than you were last year. Completely different. You look different. Your mindset is different. You have conquered so much in this last year. I just need to keep that mindset that I am not the same person. This weight will come off. I am in control of the weight that I am gaining. My coach is aware of the weight that I'm gaining. We are a team. We are working through this, and it is gonna be okay. It is gonna be okay. And if you're also competing, if you're going through your first off season like I am, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. We just have to keep pushing, because it's gonna be worth it. Because look at the muscle we're gonna fucking gain. I'm gonna be a beast. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be okay. And you are too, and everybody else is gonna be great. We're great, we're awesome, we're pushing through it. As a team, I don't care if you're not part of my team, you're part of my team. Anyway, other life updates. Callie's doing great. She's working her ass off. She's at work right now. I have like a part-time job, which is cool. It's super low-key, super laid back, pays really well, and that's awesome. So that kind of is causing my workout schedule to change. So instead of working out in the morning, I now work out at night, which is good. It can be a little difficult. As far as meals, I am up in food. Cardio is pretty moderate. She said to be expecting a cardio drop either this week or next week, because I think we just want to focus on really building that muscle, not worrying too much about the weight gain, because it's probably muscle and it's probably a little bit of body fat, but that's okay. You can't be afraid of body fat. I think a lot of people are so concerned because stage lean is like the leanest they've ever been. And if you have a story like mine, which a lot of people who do bodybuilding do, they started off at a really heavy weight and they lost it all, and they see themselves stage lean and they're like, holy shit, this is gonna be forever. And then they see that weight come back, and then it's really hard to see, because then it brings you back to like that mindset of being so depressed over your weight, and then that ties into seeing the weight come back, and then you panic, and then you end up giving up a lot of the time. So it's really important to, please, if you're gonna do this sport, get a coach. I cannot emphasize that enough. Doing this sport alone is already hard enough, but if you don't have a coach who knows your body, who knows what to feed you, what to put you through as far as workouts, it's gonna be dangerous and unhealthy, and it's not going to be a fun experience for you unless you're a coach yourself. I mean, even then, I see a lot of coaches get their own coach to kind of help them through it, and I I think that's awesome. If I was a coach, I would definitely have people help me still. And I don't want to be a coach. So yeah, no, not for me. But I wanted to just update you because I haven't been great on updating you guys. And I think my last video was just telling you that I'm switching from figure to wellness. And that was a big change, but we're in it. It's October? When did I compete? May? No, when did I compete? August I competed. So August, September. Oh, so we're only like, oh, we're about 2 months, a month and a half. We're about a month and a half out from the Tahoe show where I took first. What a send-off for figure, man. What a send-off. So this is how I'm doing. A month after show day, I'm still grinding. I'm still pushing. I will do a physique update. Again, full transparency. Yeah, I've got a little more fluff on me. That's okay. It's all a part of it. But I am seeing growth in my legs, new lines in my legs even, like my hamstrings. What? They are growing, which is crazy. I never thought they would grow. It's mind-blowing. And hip thrusts. Hip thrusts are a godsend. I hate setting up for them. They're the worst to set up for. The gym really needs to get one of those hip thrust like machines, but I love them. They are giving me the best results I'm noticing, and it's incredible. That's all I've got. That's all I've got for my update. I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are doing okay, and leave a comment down below if you're still following this journey, because I will try to do better at posting. I'm gonna post some like workout routines or like a day in the life with me as an off-season bodybuilder, and I don't know, just fun day-to-day stuff. Because I know I got some comments on Instagram because I asked what people wanted to see from my YouTube channel now that I'm in an off season, and they want to see like what I eat. They want to see like parts of my workout and just like a day in the life of what I do as an off-season bodybuilder, prepping to go into the next division, wellness. And I am so excited for that. Oh my God. I have show fever. I want to compete, and I know I have a lot of work to do to get there, but it is going to be so worth it. I am built for wellness. And wellness, you don't pick wellness. Wellness picks you. My genetics, wellness picked it. I have the hips, I have the just leg size already to support wellness, so that's what I'm doing, and I'm pumped. So thank you for watching, and I will post next week. Today is Sunday. Yeah, I'll post next week, maybe every Sunday, who knows, I'll figure it out. Just let me know what you guys want to see. Let me know how you are, what you're up to, and if you have any questions for me, I'd be more than happy to answer them. Full transparency, I am here for you guys in every aspect that you might need. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.